word wizard and a word wizard cat, looking up words just like that.
All right, word wizards, let's get started. Our learning target this time is going to be, I can deepen my understanding of a text by noticing signposts and applying my comprehension strategies in a meaningful way. This time, you're going to know you're successful if you can use our new signpost called word gaps. There it is, word gaps. So when you're reading and the author uses a word or phrase you don't know, you should stop and ask yourself, do I know this word from somewhere else? Does this seem like technical talk for experts or this topic? And can I find clues in the sentence to help me understand the word? We're really going to focus on this anchor question today. Can I find clues in the sentence to help me understand the word? That answer is going to help you decide if you need to look the word up or if you can keep reading for more information. You may even figure out the word yourself. So, word wizards, those clues we're going to be using in the text are called context clues. They're inside the text. So that's why they're called context clues. There we go, text right there. Hints an author gives you to help you figure out the meaning of unknown words. Now last time, we really worked on synonym clues and antonym clues, looking for those clues in the sentences that might be the similar or opposite meaning of our word gap word. Today, we're going to work on two different types of clues. We're going to work on definition clues and example clues. A definition clue is when the word's meaning is explained right there in the sentence. You just have to be on the lookout for it. An example clue is an example of the word is given following the sentence or within the sentence. So sometimes you might have a word gap and then the author gives you an example of what that word means. And you can use that example to help fill the gap. All right, so now I'm going to give it a try. You want to go ahead and get out your word gap sheet, your fill the gap sheet, and we're going to be in that first little section. And as I do some reading and thinking here, you're going to add in my thinking after I do it. So our context clues, sometimes when you're reading you come across a word you don't know. How can you figure out what the word means? Look for context clues. Context clues are the words and sentences around the word. They can help you figure out the meaning of the word. It can help you fill the gap. So when we find a word gap, we're going to read the word and the sentences around the word we don't know, and we're going to see if sometimes the author will tell us what that word means. That's that meaning clue. Remember, we could also look for an example clue. And we can then predict the meaning for the word if we have examples. And we have to try that meaning in the sentence. Does it make sense? All right, now we're not going to be reading Breaking the Ice. We're going to actually read about the ancestral Puebloans. This is one of the groups of people that lived in Colorado a long time ago. All right, follow along, word wizards. Ancestral Puebloans. The ancestral Puebloans live in what is now Colorado at the end of the Archaic period. Ancestral comes from the word ancestor. An ancestor is a relative who lived before you, such as a parent or grandparent. All right, word wizards, I'm going to stop right here. I had a word gap. There was a word that the author used that I didn't know what it meant, and it was this word ancestor. And it must be important because the author put it in boldface and highlighted it for me. So when I come to a word I don't know, I need to ask myself, are there some clues that can help me figure out the meaning of this word? Today I'm going to look for some meaning clues or some example clues. So I'm going to reread the sentence. An ancestor is a relative who lived before you, such as a parent or grandparent. Wait a minute, I think I have an example here. It says such as a parent or grandparent. That's an example of an ancestor. Ancestor is a relative who lived before you. I think it kind of just tells me the meaning right there. So ancestor is a relative who lived before me. An example of that would be a parent or grandparent. All right, I think I have filled that gap. For many years, people called the ancestral Puebloans the Anasazi. It is a Navajo word that means ancient enemy or outsider. Relatives or descendants of the ancestral Puebloans did not like this name. They wanted to use the name ancestral Puebloans. It means ancient ones or people who came before. All right, I'm going to stop right here. I had a word gap. This word here, descendants. It's boldface highlighted, and I don't think I know what it means. So when I come upon a word gap, a word I don't know what it means, I'm going to ask myself, does the author give me any clues in this sentence? So I'm going to read the words and sentences around the word. Relatives or descendants of the ancestral Puebloans did not like this name. Look right here, it says relatives or descendants. That makes me think that relatives and descendants might mean the same thing. This might be a meaning clue. Relatives of the ancestral Puebloans did not like this name. All right, I think that makes sense. But I had one more word gap, and I've seen this word over and over, and it was in my heading. Ancestral Puebloans. Seems pretty important if it's in my heading, but I don't know what that word means. So I'm going to read the words around it and see if I can find some clues. They wanted to use the name Ancestral Puebloans. It means ancient ones, or people who came before. Oh, look, it says it means. This must be a meaning clue. It must be telling me what this means. It means ancient ones. So Ancestral Puebloans means ancient ones. Look at this. Or people who came before. Oh, so I think Ancestral Puebloans could mean ancient ones, or it could mean people who came before. All right, I think I've filled in my gaps. I'm going to stop and I'm going to write in my thinking on my fill the gap sheet, and I want you to do the same in that top section. Fill in the clues for ancestor, descendants, and ancestral Puebloans. Then write down the clues I used to come up with the meaning. Then press start again. All right, Word Wizards, welcome back. I hope that went well for you. Now we're going to move into the second section of your Fill the Gap Word Wizard sheet. And this time, you're going to give it a try. I'm going to read this text, and as I'm reading, I've noted some words on your Fill the Gap sheet that I want you to stop. And I want you to ask yourself, are there some clues that can help me to figure out the meaning of this word? Remember, we're looking for meaning clues or definition clues. And we're looking for example clues. Are you ready? Follow along. Natural features. Colorado is a beautiful place. It is a land of canyons, mountains, and prairies. It has high deserts and sparkling rivers. All of these things were made by nature. They are natural features. What natural features do you see in your hometown? Soil, plants, animals, and climate are also natural features. Climate is the weather over a long period of time. Colorful Colorado. Colorado is a colorful state. The Spanish named the Colorado River after seeing its muddy red waters and red rock canyons. Colorado is a Spanish word that means reddish in color. Red is not the only color here. Colorado's skies are blue more than 300 days each year. Lots of sunshine makes our snow look even whiter. It makes our aspens more golden. From far away, the mountains often look purple. The Mile High State. Colorado is the highest state in the country. It saddles the top of the Rocky Mountains. The average elevation in our state is 6,800 feet. Elevation means how high something is above sea level. This means most of our state is more than 1 mile high. The highest point in Colorado, the highest point is Mount Elbert at 14,433 feet. People joke that Colorado would be the largest state if it were ironed out flat. Human features. Places also have human features. These are things people have made. Our cities, houses, farms, roads, and schools are human features. What human features do you see in your hometown? The word colorful can also mean full of many different people and places. You will see that this other meaning fits our state too. Both natural and human features make up the place called Colorado. The natural features in a place have a lot to do with its human features. For example, if you have high mountains, you might build tunnels for roads to go through them. Where there are rivers, people have built bridges to get over them. In the past, many people settled along rivers. They used the water to drink and grow things. Some areas of our state share common features. In this lesson, we will learn about these areas. We will see how life in each area is shaped by nature. All right, go ahead and press pause or reread and re-listen as many times as you need to. And on your word gap sheet, you're going to fill the gap for natural features, Colorado, elevation, and human features. Remember, you're looking for definition or meaning clues, and you're looking for example clues to help you fill the gap and decide on the meaning of these words. When you're done, go ahead and press restart.
And that's word wizard, word wizard, wizard, and a cat.
Meow.